Hello there everybody, I'm sure you have read the title, so here I'm at TikTok headquarters. Here's a disclaimer, I'm no professional, so don't take any of this seriously. Anyway, let's look at the first video. Notice that the hand is equally divided into two for the palm and fingers. Remember that the next time you draw hands. Let's try it out. It definitely works. However, you will never be using this NPC looking hand in any of your illustration, because you have to give it a pose for it to look actually good. Take these poses as an example, practice by tracing such references using quick and confident strokes, and simplify them. While drawing hands, there are 3 tips you should remember, which I will let you figure out by yourself for now. Did you figure it out yet? The 3 tips are remembering the form of the palm, knowing how to simplify fingers, and the proportions of the hand. Let me explain. You should remember that the palm isn't a messed up rectangle, rather it is a 3D shape that looks something like this. The next tip is to simplify fingers the right way. Fingers are not sausages, nor do they look like. Instead, you should remember that a simplified finger is composed of 2 outward curving lines, while the thumb consists of an inward and an outward curving line. The last tip is to just remember that half of the hand is a palm, while the other is the fingers. Although this can be changed depending on the hand shape and features. Let's move on to the next TikTok. For the love of God, please do not follow this tutorial. The biggest mistake an artist can make is not drawing in 3D forms. Instead of drawing boxes and balls, simplify the human figure in 3D shapes like so. This little illustration shows how the human body, both male and female, can be divided into the lengths of 7 heads. Although proportions may vary, keep this in mind when drawing, and feel free to use this as a guide. Just remember to draw forms, not lines, and practice by loosely tracing over references. Next TikTok.
If you normally draw your lips like this, here's a really simple way to make them look a lot more realistic. Start off with 2 parentheses, then put a bigger one in the middle and an even bigger one on the bottom, a V on the top, and then connect the line. And that's it, now you're ready to add your details.
This tutorial will work if you want your lips looking as flat as the ducking earth. We only support juicy lips in this household, literally and in the other sense. The lip can be simplified into 6 different 3D planes. For a more in-depth tutorial, I recommend Angel Ganev's video on lips, but this is basically what it explained. Here's a quick little time lapse to break down that process. Anyways, next TikTok.
I've been drawing heads my entire life with a circle and then a midline, and because I thought this is the midline of the circle was supposed to be the eye line. The circle center lined up with the eyebrow, and the eye line, as I already knew, was the midpoint between the top of the head and the chin. That's a normal looking human being, and now I know.
What this TikTok is basically saying is that instead of making the center line of the circle for the head the eye line, you should make it the eyebrow line. The reason why this is such an overlooked little tip is because not many people actually know of the Loomis head model. I swear when I started implementing this into my drawings, it literally revolutionized the way I drew. This time lapse should give you an idea of how the Loomis head works. The sphere for the top of the head to the end of the nose should be divided into 2 equal halves, the midline representing the eyebrow line and the end showing the nose. Keep in mind, this isn't a detailed tutorial, because I don't wanna waste your time. If you want one though, I'll be happy to make it. For now, I'll link tutorials I found helpful in the description, so check them out if you want. Anyway, let's move on to the last TikTok.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, bro.
I'm not really sure what this TikTok is supposed to be. It's either a tutorial or a process video. Anyway, you see the person drawing individual hair strands, which is not acceptable. Hair is a 3D object just like any other, and it's time you treat it that way. This time lapse shows real life examples of varieties of hair, ranging from straight to coiled, and how they can be simplified. Blue specifies the hairline, red shows the simplified hair strands or shapes, and green shows hair flow. Since hair is a 3D object, it is comprised of planes, comparable to how a 3D box would function in a specified light source. Anyway, I just got kicked out of the headquarters because I'm apparently a danger to their employees. So that's all the time we have today. Thanks for watching.